Hey guys, welcome back. Well, here we are. It's all painted up and ready to get built. All the rims are done, wheels, spare tires, the paint's all the way through. The rear end is partially built, not all the way. I have this tire that has not been built because I'm going to show y'all how to do the decals and how to install them. But the rest of the tires are already good to go. This one has a weight. These just has a weight in the front, and these don't have a weight. Anyway, welcome you guys back to the video, and I got a lot of stuff to do today. It's gonna be really fun, and I will go step by step, and I'll explain things as I go. I've done some of the work ahead of time because there's a lot of detail going on, so just so you know, quick review. I noticed that there's missing stickers there. So I already did half of the vehicle, but I'm going to do the other half on camera, see if you guys can see how I lay out the stickers and all that stuff. Well, that's what it basically look like when we're done with the other side. And then we'll start adding a little bits and a cage and all that stuff. So let's get on to building. We'll start with the body, top, bottom, and we'll start with the glass first. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's start with the window first. This is the top of the roof. It's got 6 holes, as you can see. And we also have the screws in here. The 6 screws that are going to be screwed into the top and the bottom. Basically, the window go attached to the roof like that, so you gotta put the window in first. As you can see, a little interesting. You gotta put them in. There's a little texture on the side, like you see that there. These basically have to go into the little squares here, so they snap into there in place. And then we can put the roof on top, and you can start screwing it. So let's put this in first. So start from the back first, snap these rear windows in, and then kind of push the front this way so it all snaps in place. And then just push it up and adjust it from the side. There we go. Okay. Now you can see all the windows are in place, in line. There's nothing popping out. Okay, that's that part. Now we're gonna put the roof on. There's 3 little tabs here. There's 3 little holes. Now right there, so basically you gotta put these into the holes and kind of just snap it down. Like that. And there's that. Is. That's what it looks like without the cage on. Now we got 6 screws we gotta put in there to tighten this whole thing up. But it's also connected to the cage, so basically before you actually put the screw, you gotta put the cage over the vehicle first. There's a little tab in every corner here where you put the end of the rack on there, but you also gotta keep in mind that when you do that, the windows, the side of the rear view windows here, I have a little hole there, and this little tab. This goes into the frame, goes into that little hole. And this little square basically goes down to under there. So when you put the cage on, it's gonna press this down and make it go down with the cage at the same time. So before we put this on, we're gonna go ahead and put the little sticker that we have here, and then we'll put it on real quick. So, there she is. Now, we're going to do the same thing to the other one. So we can have them both on when we put the case on. Got your snorkel, put it in there, put the mount on to there's a little tab here, you can see it, there's a little hole in the snorkel, so this little tab goes into here, and then this will basically slide into there, the little tab inside. Alright, we finally got it all in, man. God, that was a real pain, but yeah, you just gotta be real patient. This thing likes to move around a lot, so just try and keep it as straight as possible. I bent the little tab a little bit, a couple tabs, had to bang it back into place, then I put the snorkel back on, but it's finally all assembled here in one nice place here. Well, that's that part. Now we're gonna start screwing it from the inside. So all your screws are gonna go here. You got 6 screws here to go here. It'll tighten everything down nicely. Then after we do that, we'll start working on the outer trimmings, and we'll put the remainder of the stickers on this side of the vehicle. So this has its own little screws. There's a bunch of different screws for this built. These more squared bottom ones are the ones that go in here, because there's only 6 of them, as you can see, an extra one in case I lose them. So basically, what I do is get this right in there, get the right bit. I believe these are all 1.5 to, yeah, 1.5. Now, if you want to compare and see where the screws go, the other thing, like if you have a Defender already, you take the Defender's body off from the one you already have assembled, and watch which screws go inside. So you can see, these are the round-headed ones, which I'm actually having on here right now. These will tighten up everything in place. I've kind of been using this as a reference because the kit did not come with any instructions, so I kind of guess a lot of this stuff. But a lot of the parts have right and left identity, so you want, so you at least you'll know what part goes in which part of the vehicle, or the right side or the left side. It helps a little bit. Yeah, but as far as instruction, it didn't come with any instructions. It was just a car and all the bits in there, so it's kind of a guessing game all the way through while we're doing it. Alright, here we go. So we've got 4, we got 2 left. Just about done here. That was a real pain. The ones in the back are kind of a pain in the butt. We're able to get them in eventually. So yeah, basically just the 6 screws on the top will put everything together. The glass, the windows, the rack, and the other add on to the side like a side view window, so that will stay nice and tight in place. Everything's nice and tidy. Nothing's coming out or hanging. Everything's where it's supposed to be. Alright. Well, that's what it looks like. By the way, these here are the ladders that I talked about, the metal ladders. I had to kind of search around here and there, and a friend of mine, goes maintenance at work, found these little metal grill looking things, and he made the ladders for the truck, so it looks a little more legit. Okay then, now you can see I got all the stickers the way they are here supposed to be in the actual vehicle, so I'm going to do exactly what I did here on the other side, and you guys can kind of watch how I do it, learn as I learn. So let's start with the stickers now. End of the driver here, and I'll try and get it nice and straight in the vehicle, then I'll pull the driver to the side. As you can see here, Jessica. See that? That's the way I got it. So basically, I'm going to add this to this corner right here. Can be a little tricky. Just gotta kind of mess around with it a little bit until it's nice and straight, and then you can actually put your finger here, just kind of hold it down best you can, and pull the driver, the end of the driver out, so you can glue the stick, we'll put the sticker on the frame. Okay, see? Now here's a little cricket. So whenever you pull the driver out, don't like press it right away, or else you won't be able to fix it. If you leave it halfway out, you can kind of move it around a little bit with the driver so it looks nice and straight. And it looks pretty straight for me. And now once you get it nice and straight, that's when you press down. See that? So it looks like. Now we're going to put the team, the UK flag, probably down here because the snorkel is covering back space. We're gonna kind of go down a little bit so you guys can still see it from the side there. And we're gonna add the orange ERB sticker right next to it, and then we're gonna add the large CAMEL sticker on this side. There you have it. Both sides are done. Now we're going to start with the hard bits, the front, and we're going to do the back, and then a little bit on the side. Alright. Alright, we're back. Yes, we're going to start putting the grill, the lights, and we're going to put the bottom here. We're gonna start with the lights and the grill. Basically, you just kind of go in. There's a little holes right there. Just, all you guys kind of match it. Make sure it goes in there. Okay, it snaps on in there. There we go. Then you get your light buckets over here. These tell you which side goes where. For example, this light has a little R in there in the back. That means right side, so basically just put it on the right side of the vehicle. And for this one, it has an L, so it goes on the left side of the vehicle. Just like that. And then you got that right there. And your light buckets. These also tell you which side goes where, so this is the right side. Right side. And the left side. Just kind of follow the letters on each light and each piece and it'll tell you where it goes. Okay. Pretty simple. So next up is your main rail here. There's a little hole back here on the back of the main light. That's where your screw goes in for the spare wheel in from the back of there. Entire frame here, you can see a little gap in between. You gotta make sure all this part right here is attached nice and snug onto these little gaps on the clipless rail thing. And these have let's see, 6 screws as well, I believe. Make sure it's nice and snug all around. It's definitely taking shape here. It's nice there every time you add something new to it. See, there you have it. Looking very, very nice. Yeah, so I just kind of snapped the rear lights into the back so you can see the little buckets there. The front ones don't snap, I guess you just gotta screw them on. But yeah, to make sure this whole thing is nice and snug with the body. And that there's no gap anywhere. Then there's 2 holes right here. If you look at the other body here, it's 2 of the large ones. So you got 2 large 2 large screws in front. And the ones we are talking about are these right here. These larger ones here with the bigger head on them. These are definitely a larger hex. Yeah, here we go. Got the right size. I believe it's a number 2, H2. And basically I gotta just screw this down. Right here. You pretty much gotta thread your own thread, so just try and make sure the screw is nice and straight, and then just screw it in until you tighten it up nicely. There's that one. Let's get the other one. And then alright, that part's done. See? Screws right there. Now, I'm going to slip into the light, see if it, maybe having all this keeps it a little bit more snug. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and install the light kit in the front to get those things tightened down. Same idea with the lights, there's a left and a right side. Just find the right letter and match whatever side of the truck it asks you to put it on. Okay, so now to put the light buckets on, I just kind of figured out after looking through the vehicle here that a lot of the parts are melted in. So what I've been doing is getting the driver here and then burning the tip with the torch here until it's really hot. And basically all I do is nearly smash that little stud that's popping out. So right now I'm just warming up the thing till it gets really hot. And then I'm gonna compress it. Compress the little studs that are popping out from the back like a stamp. Basically, just kind of stamp it in so a bucket will stay put. See here, there are some little studs there, so it's just nice and hot. I just press down into it, and it will melt as I'm pressing down. That way, it will just kind of stamp it in place, and the light kit will, and the bucket will stay put in place. Alright, so yeah, you just keep doing that until you get them nice and flat. Yeah, it's a little time consuming, but that's kind of what I noticed that they were doing there. They're just kind of using a hot iron of sorts, just stamping that little stud in like a little stamp to tighten up the buckets onto the frame. If you have a soldering iron, you might want to turn your soldering iron on. Maybe do it with that. It might help. But I don't have one right now, so I'm just kind of doing the alternative here. And here comes the other one. Okay. Right, warming up the tip so we can melt the studs from the handles, the door handles. Hey guys, well, we finally finished the small parts over here. We got them all melted down and put in place. Like I mentioned earlier, we used a torch. We were heating up the end of the driver here to make it real hot. And we're basically just putting the hot end onto the little studs that would come into the little holes to melt them over like you were stamping it or something. So that's all done for, ready to go. As you can see, the body looks like. And I also installed the rear end with the spare tire. These are the gas tanks. They're the British green, and the high lift shaft is yellow tire. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how to do the beadlock wheel. And once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and remove the wheels and the body from this chassis, and we're going to add all this to it and show you guys the final results after it's done. But yeah, this is sort of like a sneak peek to what it looks like before I put it on the body. Light kit's already installed, so it goes plug and play. I'll be here in a little bit. For now, let's get on to the beadlock. So basically, these beadlocks are very, very easy to put together. These two front tires should have the brass in them. The brass pretty much looks just like this, but it's brass and it's heavier. So to install the beadlock, all you gotta do is install this part first. And you also gotta make sure you have the thread the right way, because from what I can see, the thread on these have a certain way of going. So for example, these are my two left tires, and this will be my two right. So as far as threads go, as you can see, they're kind of like facing down like that, like a little tractor in a way. So that's the way you're supposed to put them on, unless you want to reverse them and do them different. But I think this is the proper way to put the threads on, until they're facing down, like a little arrow. So when you do the beadlocks, For example, these are already set. This is my right side. So what I'm gonna do, put this in here. Then I'm gonna find the right thread and put the cap on the proper side so it matches the front tire. As far as assembly goes, pretty easy. Just stick it in. These TRX4M tires have a real thick wall there in the middle, because the original rims just kind of just put them in and that's it. In this case, they designed the B-locks to where they fit properly with these thicker walled tires on the wheels. And these are method B-locks. These were blue, but I painted the face yellow to match the vehicle. It's a little darker, probably because the paint here was darker and the body on the truck was white, so it looks a little bit darker than the original paint, but it looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and put this together. So here's the inside part. Goes down first. I have to mess around with it a little bit because they're a little stiff. So hard to get into. Once you get them in though, it's pretty easy. There you go. So there it is. See the little mark in there. You see how the thicker lips go in there pretty well. So now, next thing to do, remember, you gotta make sure you follow the same thread as the front tire. So basically, this is your front tire. The threads are facing that way. The rear tire will be exactly the same. It'll be facing that way. So what I'm gonna do is basically add this side over here. So basically the same direction as the front wheel. Same idea. What I do is I kind of pull the tire out a little bit. Just get it in there properly so it's nice and snug. See that? So just kind of pull on the sides of the tire when you're putting it in so it gets in there nice and snug. Same with the back side of the tire. These are pretty much, there's no way to mess this one up because these are already notched. So basically, just find the right hole and put it in. It should go right in without any problem. So just kind of match the holes with these holes over here. As long as they're all matching, there should be no problem installing the B-lock. Now, same idea with the inner side of the tire. You pull back until you get the back side inside. Just make sure you align it properly with the same 6 holes in the back. Like I said, just pull the tire a little bit, give it a little playroom, and then just press the sides over. And as you can see, it turned out just fine. It's matching. So now, like that's on, we're gonna go ahead and start putting the screws on now too. When I do big locks, I like to put one here, one on each side, just kind of press both sides down, and then from there I'll put one here and here, so there'll be four screws, and then at the very end I'll put the last two on the side. So tighten down. Alright, let's get building this speed lock now. So like I said, I'm going to put 2 screws and then I'll put 2 more afterwards. So, we're all set, all finished here. All 6 screws on. So remember, start with 2, and add 2 more, get these 4 together, and then at the end do the last 2, and it should be, it should go down pretty easily. Alrighty then, that's that. Now we're gonna go ahead and take out the wheels and the body. We're going to put everything over to this guy and then show you the final result. Thank you. Right back. Alright, here's the original Green Defender body. We got our CAMEL body here, ready to go, light kit and everything. We're just going to take this out of the body here and take out the wheels. We're just going to go ahead and swap everything over. Wheels, tires are installed. Now let's go ahead and put the body on and show you how the whole thing is going to put together. First off, we're going to put the light kit on. There we go. Finally, the body itself. There she is. Front. Side and the back side, and there's the other tire goes up in front here. I'm going to figure out a way to get the tire mount on the front so it won't come off, but for now it's basically just for show. That's the way it's going to look after we're all done with it. Okay. Alright then, let's get this bad boy started. We took out the light kit and everything. Pretty excited. This is one of those things I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And I'm very happy I finally get it and accomplished it and finished it. There she is. Get out of the way. Tire. And there she is, all done. Oh yeah, I'm very happy. Everything turned out just great. Hope you guys enjoyed everything here, enjoyed the videos and the tutorial. Hopefully it wasn't too long for y'all, but I mean I try to be as detailed as I could, so if anybody of you want to do something like this, it's possible. Might be a little tricky, might take some work, but it's totally worth it at the very end. 100%. I will say something though, now that it has more weight up front, the servo seems to struggle just a tiny bit more, but it works just fine still. Looks pretty good too. Alrighty then. Well, running videos will be coming here in the next couple of days. I'm gonna go out there and do a little driving around with this guy and see how it performs with all the extra stuff I put in there. You know, the front wheel wakes and, you know, all the other extras I put in this guy. I'm very happy with the results. I hope you guys like everything, and thank you guys for watching the all the episodes. I know it took a while and most of them are pretty long, but you know, I want to be as detailed and as specific as I could to help allow you guys do something like this. Yeah, it was a little rough here and there. It took a little time to get things done up, but you know, once everything turned out and finished, everything looked pretty darn good. I can't complain about it. I want to thank you guys all for watching and enjoy the videos. And well, all 3 parts are done, so all you gotta do, you want to build something like that, then you can look through all the videos and you can build one yourself if you want to. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for coming in and watching the rest of this video. You guys have a good night. See you there.